Thursday night baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the third of this four-game midweek series between the Frisco RoughRiders and the San Antonio Missions. Live baseball straight ahead right after this. Lucas Woodson, a right-hander out of the bullpen, will get the starting assignment here. And any thoughts about this guy on the mound, Bob?
Well, I could say he has a pretty good finesse. And what that means, he's got pretty good pitches that he can throw. So far, he could get strikeouts, but he always got to remember that one word. Always remember, it's always the concentration that matters.
Felipe Nieve would be the first one here for Frisco tonight, as we're about ready to go. Here's the first pitch by Woodson, and that's going to be lined up the middle, right to center for the first hit of the ball game, and it'll lead us off here this evening.
Well, what a way to get on base early. I thought that's going to be caught for a high fly out.
Well, apparently, Bob, that would change things if it would. Here's right fielder Josh Huggins. One on with nobody out here in the top of one. Our first pitch at 7:05 underway here tonight. As my clock says 7:10 p.m. One ball and no strikes. Right back to first before the 1-0 delivery. And keeping him close. 1-0. And line high in the air, and that will go foul. So the count will even at 1-1. We'll go ahead and give you the, pretty much I should say that last night's ball game was a 3-0 shutout. And the RoughRiders pretty much took the first two games. And look out, whoa, that nearly about took his nose off. That one was right close to the face even for a ball, and the count 2-1. Chip one, swing and a miss. The count now 2-2.
Boy, I tell you one thing, John, that was extremely close when we all saw that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking in is Woodson. And the pitch. That one is lifted high in the air. Left fielder running under it, makes the play. And he's got that one. First out of the inning. Chance now to give you the visiting starting lineups for our guys here for the Frisco RoughRiders. First game they took 9-1 for Tuesday night. Wednesday night 3-0 shutout on 1 error. And now here is Javier Rosas. 1 on, 1 away here in top of 1. San Antonio really had to face that defeat last night. And it was not a very pleasant one.
Well, when you make 2 errors, newsflash, it comes to bite you in the butt later. So far, it really hurts when you have to go through only 9 innings of play and couldn't get no runs in to score. You had triples in the ball game, but I guess that really didn't matter. They were out anyway. Right there, as that will get fouled away. And the count now evens at 1-1. Looking in is Woodson. And the pitch right there. Is he going? He is right out at second. And there is 2 away on the play. Boy, what a costly decision as they try to get the guy from first to second. And he knew that he probably was going to be out at second. So, costly decision, but the catcher had him. And that is 2 quick outs here in this one.
2-1. That one line. And he's going to drop it. And right there at his feet as he tries to get in there. And now got another runner on. And now here is Will Quisenberry. Don't forget, tomorrow our final game of this 4-game set. Missions on the road for 4 at Corpus Christi. And that one is high in the air. Hot corner man racing over. And that is it. A 1-2-3 inning. As that will be the side retired. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Now here's a right fielder, Jared Woodson, as he strides in. 6'5" and 203 pounds and age 28. Bob, how do we know this guy on the mound? Well, remember, he's got a arsenal. And by what arsenal means is he can pretty much get guys on strikeouts. Don't underestimate this guy because he can strike you out at any given time if you don't pay attention to what he's throwing you. Now here is Luis Barroras. He strides in first. We start up the bottom half of the first for San Antonio. The count now 0-1. Beautiful Thursday night for a lot of people May watching. And now the 0-1. That one hit to short. Shortstop to first. Gets him down by a footstep. And there is 1 away. Chance now to give you the starting lineups for the guys at home. And so far, what do we need to know about these guys in tonight's matchup, Bob?
Well, it's sad that they lost the first 2 games of this series. And I hope that tonight they could come back and win these 2 games, because it is crucial if they can and not face a shutout like they did at Frisco. I mean, that's even really hard. Right there, that ball will bounce off the catcher's glove. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you're right, Bob. I will say it is pretty hard when you pretty much have to get shut out. Missions that were on the road during their start of their 8-game series away. They had 4 at Frisco and 4 at Midland. Pitch out and curveball far and wide, and the count 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. That one lined up the middle for the base hit. So what a way to get this one going. So a 1-out single gets them started here tonight. And you got to say, I was pretty shocked that that pitcher and second baseman and all the other guys tried to get in there, and so far that's back up the middle. Before the first pitch, here's a throw down to first, and he's back in standing. Here's the pitch. And pitch out, nothing doing. Ball 1. One ball. And pitch out again. 2 balls, no strikes. (2-0). And that one's going to be lifted high in the air, right field. And that one's going to be caught on the warning track for the 2nd out of the inning. Now here is the hot corner man. That is Brian Henley. So far the runner still holding on at first on that 1 base hit. And breaks the bat. Right there to third. Can he get in there? No, he cannot. That will do for this half inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the top of the 2nd. No score, 3-1. Now here is Jordan Danks. He will lead off the top half of the 2nd inning for the RoughRiders. Pitch by Woodson. That one is far enough top out of the strike zone, and the count 1 ball, no strikes. So far, so good here tonight. If one team can win it, and hopefully San Antonio can send the fans home happy. I mean, highly doubt they can. And why would you say that, Bob? I mean, why would you doubt that these guys could still come back and claim the last 2 games of the homestand? Well, you see, Frisco, these guys have really been focused. I mean, you look at that 4-game away set. When they went to Frisco, they pretty much lost all those games on their road series. So you think, by other words, they could do it again? Well, I'm pretty sure if they could win 2, they could win another 2. So that'd make the fans go home unhappy. Well, I guess you could say that. I mean, if San Antonio could get in there and win, I just hope they can. David Castaneda coming in on the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-2. And strikeout looking. Get him down for the first out of the inning. A chance now. We're going to take the Texas League defensive alignments for our home guys. And so far, who do you think at third base? Well, Brian Henley, he's got a pretty good plate discipline out there at third. He knows what to do. He gets the ball down third to first or even second to first for a double play. Here's the pitch. And that one is outside, and the count now is a ball and no strikes. Here's a pitch to Castaneda, and that one's going to be lifted high in the air. Right fielder running after it out in foul territory. And that is 2 away. The designated hitter, that is Ryan Strasburger. .200 average with 1 home run and 3 RBIs for the lecture so far. Here's a pitch. That one too high outside, a ball and no strikes. So far you got Woodson for San Antonio and Woodson for Frisco RoughRiders. Again outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 delivery. Outside again, ball 3. On deck is Johnny Harris. So 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 delivery. And that one is inside for the code strike. So the count 3-1. Great home crowd we have here tonight. Got Frisco and Corpus Christi playing each other. Oh, should I say I'm getting y'all a little bit overly confused. I do apologize. Let's start all over. Here's 3-1. And that's going to be high in the air, out of play. I was going to say Corpus Christi and Midland. They are down there in West Texas. You got Frisco and San Antonio. Springfield and Northwest Arkansas. And Tulsa at Arkansas. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one is popped foul. So the count now still remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 away, nobody on here in the top of inning number 2. You know, you seem like you're pretty much getting tired after this homestand. Right there, jump throw, can't get him. As that will be an infield single on a base hit.
Second baseman, Johnny Harris.
That'll bring in Johnny Harris. Here's a pitch. That one inside, code strike, and the count 0-1. Oh, 1.
And that one's going to be lifted high in the air. That ball will go foul and off the wall. And good thing it did, because that would have been extra bases for that first guy runner. Here's the 0-2. And that's going to be popped right there. And uh-oh, he misses it. And now you're going to have runners at second and third on that wild play. And you do not see that every day, Bob. No, you don't see it every day. But that third baseman, he nearly had it. That shortstop was running after it. That made the guy running from second to third, and the guy from first to second. Now you got runners in scoring position in those two position areas. It's going to be lined and foul. So the count now is 0-1. So what would you call that one? If it was an error, it would be an error. Because that third baseman missed it, and so did the shortstop. So you think there would be an error on whoever you want to pick and stuff? Well, whoever missed the ball, they'd have to get tagged with that error. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down with the fastball, and that will do it. So it's no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. Bottom half of the second coming up, and we still have no score. Here's Lance leaving now. So the right fielder is back in the game after being out yesterday getting hit in the face. He seems to be all right. Got a couple of bandages. And so far the wounds will heal. So pretty good too. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be lifted high in the air to the left field area. And that's going to be caught out there near the warning track for the first out of the inning.
Batting 6, left fielder, Jimmy Lundy.
That's going to bring in the left fielder, Jimmy Lundy. As he strides in for the missions. Boy, a good, partly cloudy evening. Sun beginning to go down. That ball is outside, and the count now 1-0. So, what do you like better, Bob? Do you like day games or night games better? Well, it depends which side you're on. Well, okay, good answer. That one right to second, and boy, that fastball was coming at him. As that'll be the second out of the inning. The RoughRiders through this series, winning on Tuesday night by final 9-1. Wednesday night by the final 3-0 shutout. And so far tonight, it will be determined who's going to score first and who can win this one. Catcher, that is Rocky Gale, so far through this 2016 season has been really good. ERA at 2.30. He's got a good reservoir and a good palate. I mean, wouldn't you say, Bob? Well, I think he's got a great and awesome palate. I mean, I totally 100% agree with you. If he's got a palate, well, he's got a palate. That's going to be lifted high in the air, and that's going to get down for the base hit up in right field. And he's going to make it to second now on that 2-out double.
Batting 8, first baseman, Steve Ramirez.
That's going to bring in Steve Ramirez. Runner in scoring position, needs a base hit to get it going. That's going to be lined up the middle for the base hit. Runner coming home from third, and he's in to score. As San Antonio will take the lead here in this half inning.
Second baseman, Ramon Alfonso.
That's going to bring in Ramon Alfonso. as he strides in. And that's going to be line right there. That's going to be up the middle for the base hit. Runner going from second. And there's another plated run. Make it 2-0 now. And time is going to be called as here comes the pitching coach. He's going to pay a quick visit on the mound for the RoughRiders starter. So far, let's go ahead and give some shout outs while we're talking on the mound. Charlie sees all. Hello, Charlie. Here's Luis Barora, the center fielder, 0 for 1 and a ground out. Mission strike the first 2 runs of this game. And that's going to be a curveball, swing and a miss, and the count 0-1. 2 out, runner at second in scoring position for San Antonio. In the bottom of 2, trying to stretch it to a 3-run deficit. That's going to be right there. Hit the third, right to first, and he's out. And that will do for this half inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. And they leave 1 left. Top half of the third coming up. Mission's lead 2-0. Here is Felipe Nieve. The shortstop tonight will come in as we start the top of third. And that is right there in the cold strike. Count now is 0-1. I gotta say hi, Charlie. How you doing? Here on YouTube Live. 0-1 right there. 4-seam fastball. And that ball is going to even up at 1-1. 1-1. The delivery right down at the knees, called for a strike. 1-2 now. Pretty good as the Woodson guy from San Antonio getting that pitch right there. And changeup. Boy, thought he had him right there for a ball. Doing all right. Doing all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 2-2. And that one popped foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch here, and that is lifted high in the air. And that will be caught by the right fielder. And that is 1 away in this one. The right fielder, that is Josh Huggins, 0 for 1 and a flyout. Nice. Gave a like on the stream. Thank you, Charlie. Right there. And in to Huggins is a cold strike, and the count 0-1. Final game of this 4-game series with Frisco. Beginning tomorrow. And then a road travel day as we head to Corpus Christi. That's going to be lined up there. And that's going to be in for at least a 1-out double. Boy, howdy. And that fastball just hugged the line of that foul line. And so far, it was right there. Well, yeah, that's a beautiful play when you see it right there. And right there, did he held up? Nope, he did not. And the count now is 0-1 to Javier Rosas. 1 for 1, a single in the first inning as he stepped up. And right there, and he nearly got him out at second. Boy, he would have had him. And that one is lifted high in the air. And he got it! Bob, did you see that play? Oh, yeah. How the hell did that happen? Well, he popped it up. And that is caught for the second out of the inning. Boy, I'm going to have to rewatch that play. Right there in the count now, 0-1. To the RoughRiders first baseman, Will Quisenberry, is 0 for 1 to pop out in the first. Huggins hanging on at second. Here's the 0-1. That one up top too high. The count now evens at 1 ball and 1 strike evenly. Looking in, Woodson. 1-1. That one too high again, and the count now 2 balls and a strike. Top of third, San Antonio leads by the 2. Yeah, and they got to win this one tonight, or else they could lose it. And so far, it'd be devastating to lose the last 2 of this homestand. Right there to the center fielder, and that will do it. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors. And at least one is left on. Ooh, excuse me, guys. It's me yawning. Well, let me take over. Here is the shortstop, Adam Zahorik, as he strides in, and that's going to be lifted high in the air. Right fielder running after this one makes the play, and Huggins will get that out, and there's 1 away. The designated hitter, that is Miguel Cairo, 0 for 1, a fly out in the first inning. So far, let's see what San Antonio's got for tonight. It's going to be lifted high in the air. And gone! A home run! Boy, and he blistered that fastball out of here. And you see what Miguel Cairo is made of. He's had a pretty good start of this season on that solo home run. So 3-0 San Antonio.
Third baseman, Ryan Henley.
That'll bring in the hot corner man, Ryan Henley. Henley grounded out in the first inning and is 0 for 1. So no balls and 1 strike. 1 away, nobody on. And that's going to be lined right there up to center field for a base hit. That was a pretty good base hit right there as we look at this one. And indeed it was, Bob. It's really good hit. Here's Lance Levy now as he takes a 4-seam fastball too high out of the zone. Strikes. Don't forget, we will have our first break of this game. And we'll start up the top of the 4th inning for the RoughRiders when we come back from the first break of 3. 1-1. And line right there. Second. The first, a double play. And with that, the side is retired. So it's 1 run on the solo shot, 2 hits, and no errors. Top of the 4th coming up. Missions lead 3-0. That'll bring in Jordan Danks when we return from our break. And we'll be back for Texas League Baseball in just a few short moments. back here for Texas League Baseball as we're about ready to start the top half of the 4th inning for Frisco. Glad that you guys are back with us. First pitch by Woodson, and inside for a strike, 0-1. What a play right there, Bob.
Yeah, that one pretty good, as that one was high.
And that one's going to be drilled high in the air, center field. And he's got it. What a fast runner that center fielder is. Boys, you got to look at this guy. He was like, I'm not going to let that thing get out of my sight. No way.
That's what you got to like about these guys. They can run. Barora, that is the reason why out in center field in the defensive alignment, he's the best man out there.
That's right. So with one away, now bring up the next batter for the RoughRiders. And that's a ball in the count now, 1-1. Missions 3, RoughRiders nothing in the top of the 4th inning. And that one is inside for the strike, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of 4 on this Thursday night. And that's going to be lined up the right field for a base hit. The one out single continues to go on, and
Now batting, designated hitter.
the designated hitter, that is Ryan Strasburger. 1 for 1, a single in the 2nd inning. Pitch here, an inside code strike, and the count 0-1. Good home crowd we have here so far for the San Antonio Missions and the Frisco RoughRiders. Both Padres and Rangers affiliates here. Got Oakland A's and Houston Astros out in Midland. And that one's going to be well hit high in the air. Center fielder. He grabs that one just shy of right field for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting,
You got Cardinal and Royals out in Northwest Arkansas. You got Los Angeles Dodgers and Seattle Mariners out there in the great state of Arkansas.
Well, you sure learn about your Texas League affiliates.
Yeah, I sure do, Bob. I mean, you got to learn who these guys are. Right there, that goes down as a base hit, so you got 2-1 with still 2 away.
now batting, third baseman.
Let's go bring in the hot corner man. That is Ramon Delgadillo. Strikeout in the 2nd and is 0 for 1. Pitch here. Inside code strike, and the count 0-1. Oh, 1. High in the air to right field. Right fielder under this one makes the play. And that will do it. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Bottom half of the 4th coming up. The Missions lead by 3.
Here's a left fielder, that is Jimmy Lundy, 0 for 1, a line out in the 2nd.
Jimmy Lundy.
Start up the home half of the 4th inning for the Missions. That is right there, swing and a miss. And the count now is 0-1. Good game going here, 3-0 our score. As we get close to the halfway point of this one. Missions and Frisco wrap the series up tomorrow night. And so far, it's going to be pretty good. So, John, yes, I was going to say, it is your birthday while the Missions are out of town. as they have this 4-game series out at Corpus Christi.
Yep, that is right. It is.
Well, everybody is saying happy birthday and hope you have a fun and great day.
Well, a belated early birthday, if you want to call that. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, the changeup. And there is the first out of the inning with one away. Here's Rocky Gale, 1 for 1, double and a run. So far, so good. Looking in Woodson. And chop foul in the count 0-1. So tonight, dollar night, and then tomorrow night is Los Michinones t-shirt giveaway to the first 2,000 fans as they enter the ballpark for tomorrow's finale of this 4-game series. Now here's the 0-2. That one popped foul in the count, still remaining at no balls and 2 strikes. Missions hit the road to Corpus Christi for a 4-game set, and then back home to play Midland beginning on Thursday, May 12th. That is the next dollar night as we play the Midland Rockhounds. Right there, swing and a miss, throw to first, and there's 2 down.
First baseman number 33, Steve Ramirez.
That'll bring in Steve Ramirez. And so far, we're about to see, hopefully, somebody come in and score on this one.
Well, I don't know if they're going to do that, but I see a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings,
and that will do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the top half of the 5th. San Antonio leads by 3. Here is Felipe Nieve as we start up the top half of the 5th inning for Frisco. The pitch. And that one outside, a ball and no strikes. 17 balls, 42 strikes in total, 59 for Lucas Woodson. 1-0. Inside code strike, and the count now is 1-1. That one hit high in the air, and that will go foul. So the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch here, high in the air to shortstop. Shortstop has it, and that is 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Josh Huggins.
That's going to bring in Josh Huggins as he strides in, pitch to him, and that's going to be lined up to left field for the base hit.
well, and you could say that ball was blistered,
Left fielder,
but evidently
Rosa.
it ain't a big deal, but hopefully there is a ground ball for a Taco Bell double play.
Here's Javier Rosas now. And the pitch. Inside for the strike, and the count now is 0-1. Got a beautiful evening, right, Bob?
Yeah, and it is a great night for a lot of fans to come out and be at the ball game. Thursday night baseball. Now, you may be listening on the road, or you may be here at the ballpark. But anyway, we have fans that are watching from Amarillo and Corpus Christi, but the Hooks are out at Midland playing those good old boys of yours, John, the Rockhounds.
Yeah, you got that right, because I'm originally from Midland. I mean, my family grew up in Odessa. I mean, like my dad, he grew up in Bay City, Texas. That's just right outside of Houston. And it's right there, lined right off the glove. And now you got first to second now.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jordan Danks.
That's going to bring in the center fielder. That is Jordan Danks. 0 for 2 with strikeout and a flyout. 2 away, 2-1. 3-0 San Antonio. Tying run. That is Jordan out there at the plate. Takes a strike in the count now, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one's going to be lined right there up in right field for a base hit. The run is in to score. Here comes the other run. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. So just the one run.
The batter,
And was thinking
Castaneda.
that secondary run was going to reduce this deficit to at least 1. That'll bring up the next batter for Frisco, David Castaneda. In the pitch.
That's a ball.
That one down and in for a ball in the count 1-0. 3-1 missions. Top of the 5th inning for the RoughRiders. And here's the 1-0. That one inside for a strike and the count 1-1. I'll tell you one thing, these fans look like they're getting a little bit hearts racing, I will say. Yeah, sometimes when you come in this ball game and you have 2-1 with that other go-ahead run that is at the plate, I mean, yeah, this game could turn real bad. And time is going to be called here as here comes the manager. And so far, that's going to do it for the starter. That is Lucas Woodson. So we have Enrique Diaz. He will be coming out on the mound as he'll be a relief pitcher. And so far as Woodson goes into the clubhouse, he is done for the night.
Number 10.
So here is number 10, Enrique Diaz, 6'2" and 203 pounds and age 24. So Bob, what do we know about him? Well, he's a good thrower. I mean, he could get guys out. I mean, he is serious about what he does in his job. And that's to get strikeouts. There's David Castaneda, 2 balls and a strike with 2 out and 2 on. Runners at second and third. 2-1. Inside for a strike and the count now 2-2. One more here and they'll get him out of the danger that the missions look to get themselves into. 2-2. That one swing and a miss. He got him. And they get out of danger hands down as that will be the side retired. Another shot at this one run that comes in on the base hit up in right field. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Missions lead by 2. In the bullpen, Floyd Myers, a right-handed pitcher.
Ramon Alfonso.
And now here is Ramon Alfonso, the second baseman. As we dry up for the bottom half of the 5th inning. That one is swing and a miss in the count 0-1. Well, I tell you what, a nice beautiful evening, right, Bob? Well, you always gotta love beautiful evenings, especially like this. This is something that will get fans going. That one right there, and that goes up into right field, and there's out number 1.
Center fielder.
Well, fly out, not the best thing to start off the inning.
But you really got to start off a new pitcher. And that's the top half of the 6th inning. When Enrique Diaz gets on that mound, he's got to have a lot of confidence. And that's what he's got to do. That one is lifted high in the air to center. And 2 quick outs in this half inning. And now here is Adam Zahorik, the shortstop, 1 for 2 with that single that he had back in the 1st inning. Here's the pitch. That one is down in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Boy, why the hell would you call that one a strike? That one looked like that was a ball. I mean, yeah, it kind of was, but I don't know if it was. And also, Bob, would you please watch your language? Well, I'm sorry. What else do you want me to say? What the heck? Well, I think that sounded a whole lot better. That one is line foul, and the count still remaining at no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. That one swing and a miss. And that will do it for this half inning. So it's no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the top half of the 6th. 3-1 missions.
Designated hitter, Ryan Straussberger.
That'll bring in Ryan Straussberger. She strides up for the top of the 6th. And inside for a strike in the count, 0-1. Got to go a lot of 3 up, 3 down innings to secure a victory here tonight for the missions. And so far, that's what they have to do. In order to get the victory, they must press the attack. They cannot let up. They cannot lose confidence. And they can't lose that finesse. They lose the finesse, then they're really in trouble as the night progresses onward. So no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2. And that one outside for the ball in the count, 1-2. 1-2. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center fielder under this one makes the play. And that will be the first out of the inning. Now here's Johnny Harris, the second baseman, 1 for 2, a single in the 4th inning. The pitch, that one inside for a strike, and the count 0-1. 0-1. And that one foul. Looking in is Diaz. Here's the pitch. Lined hard up the center. And that's going to be extra bases. He's around first, going to second, going to third. And he's in to score ahead of the throw. And that's a inside the park home run. Boy, I gotta say, pretty good for the RoughRiders. Now they will trim the deficit to at least 1. And the pitch. That one foul. Count now 0-1. 0-1. That one outside for the ball. Count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one inside for a strike. And a count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2. And strike 3. Get them down looking. As that will be 2 away. And now here is Felipe Nieve. 1 for 3. Single in the 1st inning. And the pitch. And high in the air to left field. Moving under it. The left fielder makes the play, and that ends the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. San Antonio leads by 1. Here's Miguel Cairo as we look at his solo home run. That gets them out on the board as a 3-0 ball game. As we start up the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Missions. And that's going to be line high in the air. Center gets the ball, and there's a quick out, number 1.
Henley.
Here's the hot corner man. That is Brian Henley. 1 for 2 in the single. Back at that 3rd area. Pitch here. And that one popped foul. So the count now 0-1. No balls and a strike. And that one is lifted high in the air. And the left fielder making the play. So 2 quick outs.
Right fielder, Lance.
And that'll bring in the right fielder, Lance Levy. 10 balls, 39 strikes total for the Frisco pitcher. That is 49 even. 1 more to 50. And the curveball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 away, nobody on. 3-2 our score, bottom of 6. And that's going to be lifted high in the air to center. Center fielder has it just shy of the warning track, and that will do for this half inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Top of the 7th coming up. Missions lead by 1. Back here for Texas League Baseball. Here in the Texas League as we give you the 3-2 look of the Missions leading the RoughRiders by that 1 lone home run. Here is the right fielder, Josh Huggins. He strides in for the top half of the Frisco 7th, and that's going to be outside for the ball in the count 1-0. Great home crowd tonight, and gotta love fans that will come in, and that's going to be lined up to left field for a base hit. And he's got into second, and now the tying run is at second in scoring position. That's going to bring in Javier Rosas. The pitch. Inside slurve, and the count 0-1. Well, I tell you one thing, it getting pretty interesting ball game. Here's the 0-1. That one popped foul, and the count 0-2. That one line foul. 0-2. And that one's going to be lifted high in the air near the visitor dugout. Makes the play. And there is 1 away. Here is Will Quisenberry. 1 for 3. A single in the 5th inning. And the pitch. He's going. Right to third. The throw nailed out to dry. What a play. And you got to see that play. That was phenomenal. He gets him down. He's got the force. Bam! Right there. So 2 away. after that force out at third. And that's going to be lined up to left field for the base hit.
Well, that's the same thing we saw earlier. You had a guy that went from first to second, stolen base, and then tried to steal another one. And it pretty much got nabbed out at third. And now here is Jordan Danks. Danks coming in. Pitch here. And it's going to be line high. And that's going to be off the center fielder. And that's going to bring runners in scoring position, both at second and third. And now here is David Castaneda. 1 for 3, single in the fourth. And boy, howdy, the tying run is at third. The go-ahead in second. And look out, boy, howdy. Sweet mother of horny toads about to take your nose off. That's funny. Take your nose off.
1-0. And did he hold up? No, he did not. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looking to get out of this half inning again like he did back in the 6th. 1-1. Swing and a miss and a slurve. My gracious. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Striking out this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one is going to be high in the air. Right fielder has it. And that makes the play for the final out of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional.
So we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Missions lead 3-2. As we sing you, take me out to the ball game.
Your attention, please.
Floyd Myers, a right-hander for Frisco, coming in 6'2" and 221 pounds, age 21. We'll get the start here. Jason Phillips, a left-handed pitcher, warming up in the Frisco bullpen.
Jimmy Lundy.
That'll bring in left fielder Jimmy Lundy. Bottom half of the 7th coming. And change up outside, and the count now is a ball and no strikes. Sun already down. Nighttime here in San Antonio. And lifted high in the air to center. And the center fielder makes the play for the out. There's 1 away.
Catcher, Rocky Gale.
Here is Rocky Gale. 1 for 2, double and a run. Pitch here, outside, far and down. The count now, a ball and no strikes. One 0. And line right to second. And caught for the second out of the inning.
First baseman, Steve.
That'll bring in the first baseman, Steve Ramirez. 1 for 2, single in an RBI.
Nope, that's a
Pitch
ball.
down, and that's a ball, and the count 1-0. And that one is lifted high in the air. First baseman makes the play as the right fielder will be right beside him. As that would do for the final out of the inning. No runs on a hit. And no errors, 1 left. We go to the top of the 8th. 3-2 San Antonio.
The designated hitter,
Here is the designated hitter, Ryan Strasburger. He strides in. Top of the 8th inning, and there's the pitch in. Code strike in the count, 0-1. Frisco down to their final 6 outs. Missions have to hold the defense in order to save this game, and that's going to be lined right there, foul.
And the only thing the Missions have to do is keep that defense going. They cannot lose any confidence in themselves.
And there is one away, as that fly out will be in right field.
Johnny Harris.
That'll bring in Johnny Harris. Pitch here. And that one is a ball in the count now, 1-0. 2 for 3, a home run and a single. Pretty good for the RoughRiders, Johnny Harris. Inside for the code strike, and the count now 1-1. One ball, one strike. Inside cold strike, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down. So 2 away here in this half inning. And here is Ramon Delgado. Strikeout in the 6th. And is 0 for 3. Here's pitch number 36. That's down low in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 delivery. And that's in for a strike, and the count evens at 1-1. One and one. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Count now is a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be lined up to center. And that's going to be a 2-out single as we continue to run through this inning. That's going to bring in the shortstop, Felipe Nieve. 1 for 3. And somebody's going to try to steal. No. That will be foul. So the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one inside for a strike, and the count 0-2. Tonight in team hits, RoughRiders got 14. Missions is 6. 0-2. Down at the knees. Right, first they get them easily, and that is the side retired. So it's no runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. Bottom half of the 8th coming up. Missions lead by 1. Here's Ramon Alfonso, second baseman here tonight. So far this game about to be finished. And that is going to be line foul, and the count 0-1. Don't forget, tomorrow night is our final game of this 4-game set with the visiting Frisco RoughRiders. So I'll take a ball and 1 strike for Friday afternoon baseball. First pitch at 7:05. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center field makes the play. And there is 1 away. Center fielder, that is Luis Barrera. And right there. Right to short. Right to first. He gets him down and 2 away.
Zahorik.
So that'll bring in Adam Zahorik, 1 for 3. Single in the first. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Right fielder has it, makes the play, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We head to the top half of the ninth. Missions lead by 1. Now leading off for Frisco, right fielder Josh Huggins, 3 for 4.
Josh Huggins.
And doing really well. 3 outs to secure a victory. That's right there and inside for a strike in the count, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Inside for a strike in the count, 0-2.
Well, I tell you what, this game going really well. And so far, they just better keep that confidence going.
Right there, foul, and the count still remains at no balls to 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. And down low near the dirt even for the ball. And the count now is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch here. And that one is chopped foul. And the count still remaining at 1-2 strikes. 1-2 right there. Get him down. He goes. And that is the first out of the inning.
The batter, left fielder, Javier Rosas.
That's going to bring in Javier Rosas. And the pitch. And that one's going to be line foul. So the count now is 0-1. 0-1. And now it's going to be lifted high in the air. Center field. Center fielder has it. Makes the play. 2 away. So one more out to secure a victory. And the last to stand for Frisco is Will Quisenberry. 2 for 4 and 2 singles. Here in this one. Halfway, Enrique right out, and the count 0-1. So 3-2 will win the ball game if they could get the final out of this 9th inning frame. Swing and a miss, and the count 0-2. So one more chance here. Quisenberry. Diaz looking in. Strikeout pitch right here. Here is the 0-2. And that is foul. And it's still remaining at no balls and 2 strikes. Want to thank those for coming in on this Thursday night. Don't forget tomorrow night, 7:05. Final game for our 4-game series. One more time, 0-2. Change up outside is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Third time, looking in is Diaz, 1-2 delivery. And that one's going to be lined right there, and that's going to be a fair ball. Running hard, going to first, going to second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3, and he is out at third. The ball game is over. Oh, what a way to get a victory. The Missions really sock him right there and got him out at third. What a play to get the ball back in quickly. And you telling me that that was a ball game? Well, that was one on epic proportions. A victory for the third of this 4-game set. And as you look here, that one run held up. Missions held the defense just like they did at the Battle of the Alamo, as Texan defenders stood for that Alamo but end up getting in there. That's why they call these guys the San Antonio Missions for a reason. Here's Miguel Cairo, the right fielder. That one home run and that RBI really held the ball game to a high standard. And that will be going down in the Topps Player of the Game awards. So beautiful Thursday night, right, Bob? And it's a good one too, guys. I gotta say, that one was pretty well good. Even that home run itself was pretty good. Three to 2, the final finish here tonight, as the San Antonio Missions propel the victory. So that will just about do it for all of us here, for myself and Bob. This has been MLB The Show 16. See you tomorrow night, the final game against the Frisco RoughRiders at 7:05. Have a good night, everybody.
For the victorious Missions, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. For the RoughRiders, 2 runs on 15 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.